Hi, welcome to Rose Opal Knits, our knitting and other crafts podcast.
I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica.
And this is Paisley.
She's here.
Yes, and she is 5 days old. Ooh, don't fall over.
So we've had a lot of excitement in our house here recently. And
funny noises.
And to all of our subscribers and returning viewers, hi. We're grateful that you're here. And if we're new, we hope you stick around and watch and like what you see. All right, but we're going to start. We don't have a lot to show, but we have enough. So I think that you'll still enjoy watching us today. I forget what episode this is.
I think it's 13.
Maybe.
I think we're on 13.
13.
Around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Maybe 14. I don't know. I feel like I wrote down 13 last time. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter.
It's somewhere around
yeah.
there. It's okay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with finished objects.
I don't have any for once.
And I have one. Here it is. It's my cowl. So, I charted this pattern. I had 2 yarns that I will show you in a minute that I wanted to use together that I dyed with food coloring. And so I charted this pattern and I wanted to practice helical stripes, and that's what I did. So it's, as you can see, it's ribbing, helical stripes, the colorwork chart, more of the stripes, and then the same chart, but just the colors are reversed, and then more stripes, the chart again, and actually this is upside down, and I'll tell you why I know that, and then another final section of stripes, and then more ribbing. And it's upside down because I originally wrote the chart to have that as like a little open box there, and then after I knit it, I didn't like it, so I changed it here. It was supposed to be repeated there, and I changed it and I liked that better. So then I just kept the like a closed square for the rest of my knitting, because it's mine. It's, I charted it and I'm just knitting it for me. So if it's got like, one different thing down here, that doesn't matter to me. And when I wear it, it'll be kind of all smushed together anyway. So here's where I was last episode, and it's finished. My ribbing is, so I knit it on size US, I think it's 2.5 needles, and I cast on, I think it was 180 stitches or 190 stitches, and I'll put it on real fast. It's kind of warm up here, but. And this is kind of how I like to wear my cowls. I don't like them to be like long and drapey. I know some people do, and that's great if you do. But for me, like, the whole point of the cowl is to feel warm. So, so this is what it looks like on, and I think that I'll get a lot of use out of it in the winter, but not right now. So, and I'll just show you the yarns real quick. I've showed them before, but. So they were both bare skeins of Knit Picks Stroll Fingering, and I just dyed them with food coloring. And that's it. I have, I think it's 37 grams of this left. It was a 100 gram skein, and I have 48 grams of this skein left. So I used more of this because it's what I used for the ribbing. And the ribbing, I don't know, because I just like to be different sometimes. And the ribbing is knit 3, purl 2, knit 2, purl 3, repeated around, because I like to keep things interesting.
I forget where I'm at with that.
Once you get past like the first 2 rows, then you can just read it.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
The first row is kind of like, wait, where am I?
Yeah.
But so that's it. It's all completed. And I don't have any more finished objects, and you don't have
I
any
don't have
either?
any.
And how many works in progress do you have?
Well, I have my bag of socks, and then I have 2.
Oh, yeah, you've got a lot of socks going on in there.
Well, yeah.
I have two knitting whips and 1 cross stitch whip. So do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay, do you want me to take her, or are you good?
No, she's okay.
Okay.
This one's little because it's in her knitting bag. Hold on. Cassie's falling. But anyways, so I was making this dress, and like I said in the last episodes that I've showed it, it is in a different language. I think it's French.
Is it French?
I feel like it is. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But it's in the show notes, the actual name of it. And this is the full dress, other than the straps.
Oh,
so
yeah. I'll hold it.
that's done. 1 second. Here, hold that.
It just has a very small.
Yeah, it's
cuff in
literally
there.
2 rows.
Yeah.
But
So this is what goes across the chest then?
yes.
Okay.
And then I have 1 strap started. And the yarn is classic Elite Yarns. And then it's either Mika or Mika.
Yeah.
And the color is just a number. It is 6250. Yarn. And
It's very pretty. I like it soft. What's it?
it's, I think it's 100% cotton. Yep, 100% organic
Okay.
cotton.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yep. And I have this ball of it, and I don't know how much this is right now. And another skein of it
Oh.
to make bloomers to go under it,
Oh, that'll be
so
fun.
they match.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hasn't been started yet. And I think I made the 3 to 6 month size, so it's more for the fall than right now.
Yes, you can wear a little shirt under it. Or
Yeah,
something.
I thought that would be cute,
Mm-hmm.
like wearing a little long sleeve black or white shirt.
Mhm.
Would be really sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And with the bloomers on too. Bloomers are cute.
Uh-huh. So I have my Sunset Highway. I said I wouldn't show it again until I divided for the sleeves, and I did. So, although you can't, okay. So this is where I changed my marker because the other one was hard to see. This is where I was the last time I showed it, so last episode. So I knit about, I don't know, like an inch and a half more of the body.
Probably closer to like 1.5 inches.
And so I didn't have enough yarn. I had just enough yarn to split for the sleeves. But then of course I'd said that I wanted to knit the sleeves because they're fun. They have more color work in them. But I didn't want to pick up the sleeves with just that cast it on, underneath the sleeve. So I was like, oh, I have to attach another ball, and I guess I'll just knit that ball, and then I'll start working on the sleeves. Well, then I was like, I don't feel like knitting the ball. So I just knit that, like that much. And then I was like, all right, I'm picking up the one sleeve. So I picked it up, 9-inch circulars, and I started knitting with a second ball. So I actually have 2 balls attached right now.
I would not do this.
And it is a little bit cumbersome, but it's not awful. So this is the back I'm showing you because the short rows are here. And so this is the front, and I'm working on to the left arm. But it is kind of warm to knit on it because, I'm knitting with my circle, and it's just like laying in my lap. And then I'm like,
I love that.
it's warm. Well, when it's cool, it's nice, but
I
not
don't
when
mind
it's
it even when it's hot.
But so I don't know how much more I'm going to work on this, at least through the month of July. I don't know. It might go into timeout. Not because I'm not enjoying it. I love it. But it's just really warm.
Oh, did you say why you were doing the sleeves first?
Yeah, because of the color work.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, because of the color work. So the yarn I'm using for the body, the main color, is this Dale Garn Dale Baby Ooh that I picked up from our local yarn store, and it's just a color number 0020, and I believe it's 100%. Yeah, 100% merino wool, machine washable. And the other colors I use for the Colorworks, 2 of them are Willow Tree yarn. And this one is Orchid. And this one is Vintage Blooms. So I can't wait to pull those out and use them again. And then my final color is this Queen City yarn, Queens Road MCN, and it's the wrong one.
I didn't even notice.
That was Willow Tree yarn. This is the French Roast, Queen City yarn. So I know you guys have seen those a lot, but I just thought I'd show them again. So what do you have?
The only other big project that I worked on was the Turtle Dove by Espace Tricot. And I think I'm already on my 3rd ball yarn. I did not put this on longer needles or anything, but okay, there you go. I also did not put a stitch marker on it, but I was up here. Like I think I said, I was 14 rows away from separating for the sleeves.
Yeah,
so the
you had
sleeves
not.
are separated,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already added another ball. So, and this is 1 second. There we go. Okay, and this is from our local yarn store. Yeah, and it's Plymouth Yarn Company and Encore.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I suck right now. Encore
No, you don't.
Tweed. And this is the color. This is band. And the color is just a number. It's T138.
What's the makeup?
It has like 3 things. It's 75% acrylic, 22% wool, and 3% rayon. But
It's pretty.
I really like it. I also have decided that, so this isn't the full collar. The full collar is, I don't remember how long it is. I think it's like 3.5 inches. And I'm going to fold it down and sew it in. Like sew it
You're
down.
going to fold it in.
Yeah. So the twisted rib is still showing, but it's going to be folded in and it's going to be a really thick collar. And it looks really small, but it does fit.
Yeah, she's tried it on.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but yeah,
I think it
I
looks
really
cute.
like it so
I think
far.
I think it looks cute.
But I can finally try on sweaters and not feel like they don't fit me right. So, we'll see.
And I have a brand new cast on. This is the 3rd project that I've casted on from my Make 9 for 2020, 3 out of 9. But this is all I have so far.
We're already almost halfway through.
And it is, what is this? Oh my. Stitch Bliss Cowl. It's another cowl. By Cozy Up Knits. Cozy Up Designs. Cozy Up Designs. I always get, because
Cozy Up Knits is
their
podcast.
podcast, but I think they're Cozy Up Designs.
I'm not sure.
Stitch Bliss, I printed it. Stitch Bliss by Cozy Up Designs. Mm-hmm. So I won this set, Sultry Steps, Good For You. It's 40% superwash merino, 40% baby llama, and 20% nylon. And it was a 4-pack mini skeins, 25 grams. And I won them from a knit along I did maybe a year or 2 ago with a Historian Knits, Vanessa. And so I'm going to use it. The pattern calls for 5 colors, 5 25 gram minis. I've got 4. And I'm just going to knit until I run out, or until I have enough to bind off. And then I'm just going to bind it off because it's a cowl. And that's what I've decided I'm going to do. But I love those colors. Aren't they great? They're lots of fun.
I like those colors a lot.
And the yarn, I guess, from the llama, that's what it was, right? Oh. Yeah, from the llama. It's very hairy. Like, I keep like yanking hair out of it, and I'm like, is that my hair? And then I'm like, no, it's the same color as the dye. So, but yeah, so that's, I'm gonna work on this because it's smaller and not as hot as my sweater. But I showed what I've had, not much. I am knitting it, oh, it's not on this. These are US size 5mm needles. And I have not, so it will eventually get joined in the round, but it's not in the round yet. So there's that.
Okay, so I decided to do socks because I was going to the hospital
Let me hold
soon.
her.
Okay. Hold on. Oh no.
It's okay.
Anyway, so I started a bunch of socks, and by a bunch of socks, I have 4 socks started in this bag. And I started them because I was going to the hospital soon to have her.
Made her use her Betsy again. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Gammy knows what she's doing. She's had 4 kids of her own.
Okay, but anyways, so they're all different too. So I'm only doing one vanilla sock, and then like the other ones are actual designs and like patterns. But this is a vanilla sock, and this yarn is so surprising. This is the skein of yarn, right? And you don't see that much brown at all in it, but there's like stripes of brown, and like, I don't know. They're also all shorty socks, just so you know.
Yeah, you see the blue and the green in the print stripe, but you don't see the brown when you're looking at the ball.
Yeah. So this is my vanilla sock, if y'all can't tell, because I figured this one would probably be the best one for it because it's self-striping yarn. Well, I didn't know it was self-striping yarn, but like with all the colors in it, I was like, it's gonna be vanilla. So, and you can see the markers are all just where my cuff ends, my heel starts, and then my gusset ends. So, this is my vanilla sock, and it is on Patent Croy socks, and it is Route 66. So, they're kind of surprising with the Patent
I think they're
Croy.
pretty though.
I think it's cute. There's a little tiny stripe of green right in between those, and the whole heel is green. So, I don't know. I thought that was cool. And then, oh, and I'm also doing them like at the same pace as each other. So
your
like
socks, yeah. They're all first socks?
Yep, all of
Okay.
these are the first socks. So the ribbing, and then, so I did all the ribbing at the same time, like did the ribbing of each sock, and then I stopped, and then moved on to the next one, and then did the leg and the gusset. This is the one that I started first, so this one's the furthest along though. So then, it's not that one next. And then I have this one. Oh, I haven't even showed you this. It's the Tenderness.
Oh yeah, from
Socks that we got?
Emily
Yeah.
Clawson of Yarn Prairie.
Yeah.
She
So-
offered it as a free pattern at some point.
Yeah, that's why I had it. So it is that pattern, and it is with Sweet Tea Yarns, which is Molly Klein, and it is blueberry lemonade. So
It's pretty.
this is the yarn. I really like it. It's a little bit more green because I mean it's yellow and blue, so obviously it's gonna be green. But that's the pattern. You can't really see. There's a little bit of like cabling like right on the side. It's actually a really cute pattern.
She's fun.
And so this is just the leg, obviously. So they're all kind of short socks. But so this was the next one that I had. And then you guys have already seen this yarn and a finished pair of socks. So it is Noble Character Crafts yarn. And it is Plenty is the color. And I really like it. And they're going to be the Shag Carpet Shorties again. So I'm on the gusset.
Because you knit your first pair in that yarn, and then you gifted them to your sister, right?
Yeah, because she kept asking me to make her something. So, and I made them a little smaller than I should have for myself.
Oh, your sister has even smaller feet than you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I wear a size 7, and she wears either like a 6 or 6.5, I think. But I think she can also wear smaller shoes than that.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's got smaller feet, so I gave them to her. But, so this is the back of it. So this is the heel flap that I have, and then the front of it. You can't. The yarn is so variegated. You can't even see the cables, but there are already cables started in the front.
I can see them.
Yeah, you can see them in person, but not on the screen. So, but that's that one. And then the last sock I have on in here was not started with those, so it's a little different. But it's the Hermione's Everyday sock. I think I've only done like 5 rows on this.
Oh, okay.
But
you're getting close to the toe.
I know.
With
it's
your
a little
size 7. I have a 10.5 woman, so
yeah, it's a little tight on my foot.
Is it?
A little bit. Not much, just a little tiny bit. And so like I just don't want to really do it because of that. But it's not like it will fit my foot perfectly fine.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be tighter than I would like it to be. And it is Picks Stroll, right? And it's hand painted and
sunny afternoon.
Yep. And it's in my little cake cozy.
From Molly Klein.
Yep. But yeah, so that's what I started, was a bunch of socks. And I mean, I started them, I think I started them like last week.
It's a big yawn.
So, I'm getting there with socks. I also felt the need to start more socks anyways, so.
Well, you said that before, and then you said you were kind of fighting it. And
I was. I'm kind of worried about this, the pattern spray. Like, I feel like it's very flat.
You might not have enough.
I know, but it's 50, and normally I do. And they're really, like, I figured it was short enough, but now I'm, like, debating on if it was short enough, and I don't know. The other one might have a white toe.
Because it's kind of plump. Patent Croix is kind of plump, so it might have less yards in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, I think
the other one's probably going to have a white toe.
Yeah.
Because I have Patent Croix, and I'm not buying another one.
Well, you could just insert some white right now for like an inch or two, and then finish. I don't know. I mean, you could plan it out so they match, but you don't have to.
I can make white toes on both of them.
Oh,
I don't have the toe done yet.
That's true. It's late in the day.
But yeah, so they're probably going to have white toes because I have a little bit left over from my mom's socks that I made her for Mother's Day.
So I have cross stitch to show now, but
yeah. But yeah, so those are my socks, and I'm actually very happy with my socks.
Yeah, awesome. And you don't ever have any trouble getting through your second sock like
no.
I do.
Alright, come back, baby girl.
She's probably gonna lose that passing again.
It's alright. They're a little big for her still.
Yeah. So this is the free pattern from Jardin Privé, which I know I'm pronouncing that wrong because it's French, but that's on one of their free patterns that's on their website. And the last time I showed it, I just had the words, the butterfly, and like I think it was right here. So I completed the circle, and now I've added more leaves. And I didn't follow any of this. Here, let me hold it a little closer. I don't think I said this last time. This is on 16 count Aida that was cream, and I lightly coffee tea dyed it to just kind of warm it up a little bit. And I mentioned that I thought the butterfly was a little light.
I don't think it is.
But I kind of like it. I'm going to leave it and just kind of sit on it, you know.
I don't think it is. I think it looks nice.
Okay.
But with the other colors around it, I think it I think it looks fine.
I wanted it to be yellow because I thought yellow would go well with the greens and the violets. But so the colors I'm using, these are all a hot mess. But I didn't use any of the called for colors in the pattern. I just pulled from what I had. So they are most of them are DMC. Some are color and a couple are color and cotton, and one is a weeks dye work. So here they are, all messed up, but and all the information of their numbers and their names will be in the description box below. So I'm not going to go through them right now because I think the majority of the people that watch this are knitters anyway, and they just put up with my cross stitch stuff. So, and you didn't have any purchases?
Nope.
Right, and I remembered one purchase I had, nothing crazy. I bought a 13 by 18 size piece of fabric, 32 count white Lugana, and I'm not going to take it out there and show it, but that's just to put in my stash, just to have. And then I bought the colors I needed to complete the colors for my next Jardin Privé, the gnomes that I showed a couple episodes ago. They were like the gnomes in the garden, or in the country of gnomes, I think is how it translates, or in the, yeah, something like that. But anyway, so you'll be seeing, probably see that started next episode. And I also have plans to cast on 2 new projects on July 1st, and neither of those are socks.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I feel like you have no needles for socks.
I know neither of them are socks. I don't have any needles for socks. I do have needles for socks because I have lots of sock needles. But I don't have any more space in my brain for additional socks.
I have no more sock needles, but I also just started them on all different size needles.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you the needle sizes, but it's one's on the size 1, one's on the size 1.5, one's on a 2, and one's on a 3.
Those are all U.S.
Yeah.
sizes. Yeah, because
Those are all
the
US sizes.
Noble Character Crafts yarn is DK weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that would be the US 3.
Yeah, and Patton's Croy sock yarn is more like
It's
a sport.
plumper. Yeah,
It's like closer
I think
to
it is
sport
too.
weight.
I agree, closer to a
So-
sport weight. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yep. So you will see a couple of new projects from me, and maybe even from Daphne. She likes to cast stuff on too. Who knows?
Probably not. Let's not count on it this time, okay? Let's not count on finished objects or anything right now.
But,
Maybe the dress, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, because
We'll
you just have
see.
straps.
Yeah, still.
Maybe.
I don't want to do ribbing. It's just ribbing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to do that right now.
She's so cute. All right. Well, it's like I said, this, I think I mentioned in the beginning. That this is going to be a shorter episode for us, and we're all done. So we hope everyone is well, and if it's summer where you are, we hope that you are enjoying summer activities to the best of your ability, given your restrictions you might have in place in your town, state. If you're not in somewhere where it's summer, we hope you're enjoying the season that it is. And it sounds like they just came inside from outside, downstairs. So, bye.
Bye.